Hi, good morning, student. Can you all hear me? Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen? All right, that's good. So today I'm going to finish the chapter of sustainability. I think could be a short one. So later on you can have your break before joining the IAP talks. Okay, so okay, last week I have actually explained how can we relate the land, finance, planning, design and constructions, how we can inject the sustainability element during the stage. So last but not least is we are going to talk about sustainable property reporting. Okay, how can the property developer prepare the sustainability reports and the use of rating tool. So the first word you have to recognize is CSR, corporate social responsibility. So CSR is actually a mean to organize, structure, managing and report their environmental impact. So that is a way that the developer should actually detail out how they integrate, how they practice sustainability throughout their property development, throughout their business. So this is their obligation to be accountable. Accountable meaning to say that make everything transparent in its operation and activity to all stakeholders, which means that no hiding. Whatever they have done, they should report accordingly, with the aim of achieving sustainable development, not only in the economy dimension, but also in the social and environmental dimension. When we talk about property company, okay, company, business, the first thing we have one thing come across our mind is business. Definitely they are money minded, definitely they are profit seeking. Everything we talk about kickstart property development, sell the property, rent the property, the first thing we think about it is why they want to kickstart all this development, because of money. So that is our first impression when we talk about company, or definitely money, profit is their priority. So which means that they are paying more attention on the economy or financial aspect, the gain, pay little focus on the environmental impact and also the social impact. So that is a thing that we don't hope it happen. We have to create a company that not only to find profit, to seek for profit, but at the also don't forget about the social people, and at the same time guarantee the environmental performance. So in order to practice the CSR, so a requirement of CSR is to provide information about sustainability target, policy and strategy, usually on website, on company website. So as I mentioned just now, CSR is a practice that they have to detail out how they integrate, what are the approach taken, what are the activity carried out, what are the effort actually have done in order to achieve the sustainability. So all these things should make it transparent. So ensure best practice for all stakeholders and making all the activity open and transparent. So which means that everybody should know, everybody should be able to access all this information. So normally for company that practice CSR, they have to prepare a separate report called sustainable report. It's different from their annual report. Annual report is another report to actually list out their performance, but there is another report that they have to prepare, which is we call sustainable report. So sustainable reporting is actually a method to demonstrate how they actually achieve the sustainability. So an annual report, which means that every year they have to prepare this sustainable report and make available to the public, often via the company website. So which means that they have to publish the sustainable report in their website so that people can access it easily. Reporting enables business to develop new target and goal in terms of relevant social, economic, and environmental impact. So in this sustainable report, they are going to detail out what have they done, what are the approach, what are the activity they have already carried out in order to achieve the sustainability, to actually shows that this company is not just profit seeking, but at the same time they also concerned about the social problem and also environmental problem. So this is YTL. So YTL, as you can see that every year they will prepare sustainability report, and the report actually you can easily access through their website. So as I say, this is a separate report called sustainability report that they will publish every year. So in this report, as you can see that the YTL Group Sustainability Framework. So it's at the beginning, they already mentioned that what are their sustainability commitment. Okay, so you can see their commitment is to protect the environment, okay, empower our people, so in the social part, enriching the community, and also embracing the market place. So these are the 4 sustainability commitment actually lies on the YTL. So you can see that, do you still remember this? So this is what we call how their sustainability commitment can align in line with the SDG goal. So as at the beginning of the lecture, I already told you that we have 17 SDG goal. So that's why you can see their sustainability commitment also align to help the United Nations to achieve the SDG goal. Okay, so this is the thing that I mentioned just now. They have to report what are the effort, what are the approach taken that already been done. So as you can see that in 2020, in terms of natural capital, okay, they help to achieve reduce 4% of what? CO2 emission, reduce 7% of energy consumption, so 23% of the waste generation, save water, and eliminate single use of plastic. So this is actually the detail of how they achieve the sustainability in terms of environmental aspect. So in terms of the human capital, they actually employ or actually hire 32% of female, so in the leadership role. So you can see here 0 incidents, 100% of employer in Malaysia actually completed the anti-bribery corruption policy training, and 0 fatality. So this is a social aspect. Okay, so here another thing, they also what they earn, they also return back to the community. So you can see that they actually donate to the COVID-19. So how they engage the children in the learning and education. So actually this one can be through scholarships. So and so on. So these two actually is in the social aspect. So last is about financial capital. So they detail out how much they generated the profit, and then there are anti-corruption and so on. So this report actually is very, very detailed that to spell out how YTL achieve sustainability in various aspects. Okay. I quite like this chart. This figure is their sustainability impact in 2019. So previous one that I show is 2020. So in 2019, this figure actually is very useful that similarly here, they talk about their resources and the value added and their focus on the business domain. What I want you to focus is this part. Can you see this part? Striving to mitigate our impact. So you know that when they kickstart any property development, when they kickstart any project, definitely there are some negative impact. They also reported openly in their report. So you can see that throughout the year, they actually generated how many kiloton of the CO2 emission. They actually, throughout the year, they already consume how much of the energy, water, waste, and health and safety. So you can see that they actually not only reported the positive impact, so this one is the positive impact. This one is the negative impact of their business. So you can see that they're actually quite open. They are not only spell out what are the things that they are done in the good way, but in terms of the negative way, they also spell out clearly in the sustainability report. So that is the thing. Whenever you do something, as I told you, property development, definitely you have to consume energy, water, raw material, and so on. But when you practice CSR, when you do your sustainable reporting, all these things have to spell out clearly in the report. So although they produce negative impact, but at the same time here, they also continue to create value added back to the society. So as you can see here, 90.6% they spend of local vendor. This is what I told you before, that you actually need to prioritize of local product. So these are the things that I want to highlight to you. Okay. So similarly, previously I talked about YTL. Similarly, IJM. So IJM, if you go to their website, they also have the sustainability report every year that they detail out to practice the CSR. Okay. So similarly here, this is I think IJM. So IJM, as you can see here, they also mentioned that what are their topic, main agenda, main theme of sustainability, and how it aligns with SDG. So you can see how important of the SDG. We have to play our role. We have to pay our effort to help the United Nations to achieve all these goals. So similarly, you can see just now YTL, IJM, whatever, they draft their vision and mission or their target. They will make sure all these targets in line back to the SDG. Okay. So similarly for Sunway, okay, Sunway, they also have their sustainability report every year. So if you're familiar, if you actually go to the Sunway shopping mall, okay, next time I think when the cases are reduced back or when the thing getting better, when you try to visit Sunway, any shopping mall, Sunway Pyramid or Sunway Velocity, you try to pay attention, you will see this board. So Sunway committed to SDG. So try to pay attention when you visit the shopping mall, you will see this board in their every shopping mall. So this actually I capture from Sunway Velocity when I on the way to the toilet. Okay. So that is the CSR. So another thing that I want to highlight is about the rating tool, the use of assessment scheme. So we all know that green building is better because it's able to sustain and improve the quality of human life while maintaining the capacity of an ecosystem of local and global level. So as compared to normal building, green building is much better. So due to the fact that I mentioned before, 3 reasons. First reason, building is durable. They last very, very long time. If the building is not healthy, it will affect the building occupant. Why? Because most of us spend 90% at least of our time indoor. rather than the outdoor. So that's why if the building is not healthy, we actually will expose to all these indoor air pollutant. Subsequently, will affect our health. So that is the second reason. Most of the time we spend indoor rather than outdoor. The third reason, at the beginning of the lecture, I have one slide telling you that the building impact to the environment. Throughout the planning stage, construction stage, operation and maintenance stage, the building continue to release the energy, consume the water and electricity. So that's why green building is the future. It will reduce the building impact on the human health and environment throughout the building life cycle. So as I mentioned, we don't just think about, oh, up to the completion, then it's not my business already. One thing you have to always remember is the life cycle costing. The building will continue to operate even though they already completed. Okay? So these are some of the reasons you can actually read in detail why we need green building. Why not we just build conventional building? But I want you to focus this point. Okay, other points I think is because save energy lah, save resources lah, improve quality of the human life. But particularly, I want you to focus on this point. Building green sends the right message about a company or organization that is well run, responsible, and committed to the future. So that is what we meant by public image. So if the company keep on building green building, actually is a way of getting presenting a very good impressions to the public, to the investor, to the consumer. So that is actually one of the way of publicity lah, to enhance the company image. So this is also additional of why they need to build the green building. So this one actually you can relate back to the news that I showed you previously, the Battersea Power Station. So why they want to preserve the power station? Why not just demolish all the power station and then rebuild a new building? Why they want to preserve the old building? So partly is because of what? The public image, the good impression. So you can relate to this point also. Okay? And when we want to practice, when we want to build more green building, the question now is how you want to measure, how you want to know that how good, how green is the building. So that is we need to use of sustainable rating tool. The developer can apply different metric, different assessment to measure the sustainability performance of a building. So this is what we call green assessment. So in Malaysia, we have a few rating tools. The use of the assessment rating system and tool is actually serve as a guideline, serve as an indicator for the company to measure, to determine the green performance of the building. So here, these are some of the rating tool. BREEAM is actually implemented in UK. Okay, LEED implement in US. Okay, BCA Green Mark Singapore, CASP Japan, Green Star I think is Australia or New Zealand, and Green Building Index GBI is in Malaysia. So you can see that different country, they will apply different types of the rating tool due to different of geographical differences because they are located at different area. Their weather also different. Their local issue, their economy and social problem also different. So that's why every country will have their own rating tool that design to suit the local index. Okay. So for Malaysia, I think you all quite understand that we actually use GBI is one of the rating tool that quite widely adopted in Malaysia. So these are some of the benefit you can read yourself. Okay. So when we use GBI, GBI rating system actually prioritize on these 6 criteria. The first is to assess the energy, improve the energy consumption. Then the second one is the use of material, water, indoor air quality, sustainable site planning, and also last but not least is the use of innovation. So in the GBI system, they actually have these 6 criteria for the company to follow, and then they have to achieve certain point. Okay, so to collect certain point, like let's say if they use local material, regional material, or they use sustainable timber, they can achieve certain point. So all these points gathered together from different criteria, then they can actually achieve certain point to get the GBI classification. So the minimum achievement is 50 points and above, then they can get certified. So in order to get the highest rating, that would be they need to have at least 86 points and above to get certified in terms of platinum. Okay. So by using all these rating tools, it aims at helping the stakeholder understand how they want to achieve sustainability. So the GBI actually provide a detailed guideline, a detailed criteria for the company to follow to gather the point in order to get the certification. So by using this rating tool, it also helps to raise awareness among the stakeholder, the benefit of taking the sustainability approach by provide recognition of so doing. So meaning to say that when they have all these GBI certification, this is one form of what? Recognition. So all this recognition also can help to what? Enhance the public image, give good impression that, oh, this company have a few green building. So it's look like the company is not just profit minded, it's not just profit seeking. They also try to help to build more green building in view of the benefit. So that is also one form of the publicity. All right. Okay. So back to this one, I think all you should be very famous. Should be know that IKEA is very famous. So IKEA, when they build IKEA store, they also practice sustainability principle. So these are the 12 sustainability principle practiced by IKEA. So you can see the next slide. Their aim is to create a well-designed, long-lasting product that are affordable to most of the people. So in terms of the shopping experience, they aim to create a healthy environment that can give the consumer a very different of customer experience. So in terms of their store management, to construct the IKEA store, they actually practice 12 principles. So included site selection, use of renewable energy, commercial offer, lowest carbon emission, good neighbor, zero waste, and so on. So you can see that here, for instance, in terms of site selection, so this one I already mentioned at the beginning. The company will focus on locations that offer renewable energy and ample human resources. So it should be a place that the customer can travel to the store at the lowest carbon emission with proximity of existing or future public transport system. So you can see that one of the IKEA is located at Cheras. Okay, it's actually attached to my town. So that area actually got one MRT station. Then another IKEA store at Klang Valley is actually at the Curve, One U area. So you can reach the Curve or One U also by using MRT. So this actually proves what they say. In terms of the site selection, when they want to locate the IKEA store, they will make sure that people can travel to IKEA by using public transport. This also relates to what I already mentioned at the beginning, the TOD, Transit Oriented Development. That is what we would say that the development should actually build near to the public transport to encourage the people don't drive so much, Okay, try to take public transport. Okay, so another here, during the construction process, the building material use is actually the priority given is to minimize the use of energy and water. And they also have the target to get the LEED Platinum. So this is another green rating too, LEED. And IKEA also practice what? As I told you before, life cycle costing to maximize the long-term potential in cost and sustainability. Okay. So before I end the class, I have actually want to share with you. So this is, if you know, this is what Tokyo Olympic Games. So do you all know that the Tokyo, the organizer of the Olympic, they took a major step towards sustainability. They create a climate-friendly Olympic. So you know, the game actually kickstart in end of July until early of the August. They actually have do more than provide a platform for the athlete competition. They actually create a world sporting event into a showcase for sustainability, the first ever carbon negative Olympic. So here, so in this year, their motto is be better together for the planet and the people. So this is the event focus for a sustainable and eco-friendly game. So their aim is actually want to contribute to SDG. Okay, aim to contribute to SDG through the delivery of games. Okay, sport. So in their theme for sustainability is actually these 5. The first one is they aim to achieve climate change. So to promote energy saving and the use of renewable energy towards zero carbon. That is their first theme. Then second theme is the resources management. Aim for zero wasting through practice of 3R, reduce, reuse, and also recycle. Then the third theme is natural environment and biodiversity. So which means that they want to help to contribute to realize that city and the nature, they are together. They are not separate. The city should be joined with the nature. So meaning to say that we shouldn't say a city is city, nature is nature. They are together. We are living in this nature, nature also living in this city. And then the fourth is human rights, labor and fair business practices. So which means that they will operate the game according to the United Nations guiding principle on the business and human right. And last but not least is the involvement, cooperation and communication, which means that they actually encourage the participation, collaboration of entire society to create a game that open for everyone. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can see the sport helps to also want to play their role to help to achieve sustainability. So these are some of the things that they implement in their Tokyo, the Olympic game. The first one is the Olympic Stadium. So based on this slide, you can read that 87 of the plywood planner, the stadium actually built by using timber. Okay, so 87 of the plywood panel actually came from Southeast Asia rainforest. So which means that the building constructed by using sustainably sourced timber. And then the design of the stadium, they also use solar panel attached to the roof. So that is the use of renewable energy to power the station. And at the same time, they can use that to water the plant and the greenery surrounding the stadium. So this is the design of the Olympic Stadium that used for opening and closing ceremony. So another thing that I want to highlight is after the game are finished, okay, they will dismantle the building and the timber they will reuse to build public benches and also other buildings. So that is the first way that what are the effort that they have done. Then the second thing I want to show you is the matter. So the matter, as you can read here, is a recycle made from the old mobile phone. So we all know that you can ask yourself how many mobile phone you have changed. So have you wondering the old mobile phone, when you dispose it, what can they recycle to another better thing? So here is one of the example. They actually recycle the old mobile or other electronic waste to make all these matter. Okay. Then the third way is, have you ever wondering that the Olympian, okay, they sleep on the recycled cardboard bed and also mattress for athlete. So here, the bed and also the mattress is actually made from the polyethylene fiber that can be recycled unlimited time. Okay, and after the game, the cardboard and also the mattress will be recycled into paper product and also the plastic product after the game has have finished. Okay, and then the fourth way, as you can see, that the torch. Okay, the Olympic torch actually craft from aluminium waste. So these actually come from the aluminium waste. They actually taken this waste from the temporary housing that was actually built during the Japan earthquake and tsunami in 2011. So they dismantle the temporary housing, and then some of the aluminium they actually reuse it and craft to become this torch. So you can see the torch here got 5 petal. Look like a flower shape, isn't it? So this actually is a sakura, the cherry blossom, the traditional flower of the Japan. So you can see that the Olympic torch actually craft from the aluminium waste into this meaningful product. Okay, and this one is the podium. So this is the area whereby the Olympians are awarded with their gold, silver, and bronze medal. So this podium actually built from plastic, recycled plastic that discard by the household plastic. So this plastic podium is actually come from plastic. They rebuild it, become a podium. Okay. And last but not least, the thing that I want to show you is they actually use this e-pallet vehicle, the electrified vehicle, to transport the athlete and the staff around the area, rather than they use the car with the petrol. So these are some of the way that you can see how Tokyo Olympic can also contribute to sustainability. So the key takeaway that I want to bring to you is sustainability is always at the heart of the built environment. Even the sport, even the game can also become an important element, important enabler for sustainability development. What about property development? Property development definitely is no exceptions. And I already told you that the property industry, the development have many ways, have many ability to give a better building that are able to shape the social part, at the same time maintain the economic growth while minimize the environmental impact. So that is the key of sustainability, is not only in the green aspect, but also in economic and social aspect. Okay. So that's all for today class. Do you all have any question? Okay, any question you can post to the meeting chat. So one thing I want to remind you all is later 9:30. Remember later 9:30 we have one IAP talk. So remember to join the talk by using this MS Team code. Okay, I will paste again in the meeting chat. And then another thing is tutorial still ongoing. Last tutorial 6 still ongoing for this week and next week as well. So tomorrow, I know although it's Merdeka Day, sorry to say that I no Merdeka for you all lah. So tutorial group still ongoing class. Okay, and last announcement is about the last lecture class. Last lecture class will be on the coming Saturday, 9 o'clock. Okay, so this Saturday, I'm going to do a revision with you. I'm going to discuss your coursework, your assignment, and your midterm performance. And at the same time, I also will give a FF briefing for you all. Okay, so don't forget to join the last lecture class on this Saturday. Next Monday, no class. Okay, because next Monday, most of you FYP1 student, you need to go for the presentation. Okay, so all right, any other question before I end the class?